Welcome to this Thursday night in the NBA, right here on 2K Sports. Alongside Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge will be joining us from the sidelines. And now the opening lineup for Boston. Tatum out there with the bodyguard. And there's Doc. Then there's Brown. And it's Ward in at the center, filling out the middle. And for the Wizards, we've got Jay, who's out there with B. Then it's Williams. And it's Lyons in at the 1 spot. Here we are, Greg, looking at early returns from these teams. It's pretty revealing.
Yeah, the first few games of the season quickly tell you what you're good at. And they tell you also what you need to work on.
Outside Tatum. Pass to the bodyguard. Brown outside. Lets it go with a 3. Hits it from three-point range. Brown's got the first 3 points tonight for the Celtics. Here's McCoy. Here's Griffith. Elbow shot is on the way. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
And this team looking to get him the ball and get him in rhythm quickly.
Yeah, it's a good start for him. Let's see if they can keep getting him the ball in that area.
Now, here's Brown. Tatum on the wing. Pass to Wolf. 6 to shoot. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
You love how Tatum gets others involved. He doesn't want to do it all by himself out there.
Here's Griffith. He's covered by Brown. Here's Carey. Rebound Boston. This their first look at this year's Washington squad.
And they usually came out on top when these two teams faced off last year. No surprise, they're the better team.
Here's McCoy. And it's a foul called on Doc. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Clutch. He's covered by Brown. To the wing on the left. Tries again, and it's blocked. And a fast break now for the Celtics. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Yeah, great read by Tatum there. Recognizing the overcommitment and making the defense pay.
Lyons the pass to Griffith. Here's Clutch. Here he goes. Misses the layup. He had him with that bump fake.
Yeah, slow start for them offensively. 1 for 5. They need to be more patient and find a better look.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the ball.
And it's a great finish!
Oh, my.
Incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
Hey, guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk. And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam King.
What a great play. Totally schooled the defender on that one.
The Celtics shooting their first free throw of the night.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
And it's Brian Keefe calling timeout here. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. And it's still early in the year, but already some trends developing as we check out the new power rankings. Taking a look at Miami. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
Well, right now for Washington, they believe they can be more competitive than they've shown. It's still very early in the season, so the optimism for a successful run is still there.
Here's Carey. His last outing, 16 points for him. Williams for 3, and Tatum pulls it down.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Brown, no good. Washington trails by 6. Here's Williams. Yep, that one goes in there.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Here's Wolf. He has 7. Clock at 6. Pass to Ward. Nice ball movement by Boston. Wolf, no good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Outside Williams. Lions the pass to Williams. There's the screen. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Here's Brown. Rebound, Washington. Williams has got 4 rebounds now tonight. And Williams throws it down.
And, guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Now, here's Brown. Pass to Tatum. From downtown. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Griffith. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. For Boston, they've gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Left side, Brown. Here's Wolf. He has 7. That's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
He's been reliable from the floor, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Wizards making a switch here. Davis has checked in. Austin also with the sub. Jones checked in for Jason Tatum. And it's Brian Keefe calling timeout here. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. So it's Washington now, trailing by 2. Davis sets a screen. Pass to McCoy. Here's Clutch. The shot, no good. Some solid defense from Brown. The bodyguard passes to Brown. From outside the arc. It's hauled in by Griffith.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
There's Clutch. Hasn't made one yet. Williams inside the line. The rebound by the Celtics.
The fall away, upping the degree of difficulty. You wonder if perhaps they could have gotten a better look.
Brown outside. There's the lob to the hoop.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. Pass to Ward. Back to Brown. And it's Boston with another.
And that's definitely a shot that he has in his arsenal.
Washington trails by 6. Stolen by Jones. Pass to Wolf. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Wolf got 12.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Now here's Williams. They need this. Outside for Davis. Just 3 to shoot. Off target from outside. Celtics leading by 9. Right block shot. That misses off the backboard. From the Wizards, they're shooting 36% in this first quarter, trying to get their bearings. Williams passes to Lyons. Back to Williams. Davis setting the pick for Williams. To the paint. Trying to find Davis. He's got it now. Down low from close range. They get the rebound. Williams gets the bucket. He's got 8.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Pass to the bodyguard. Jones for 3. Rebound, Washington. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
Yeah, a snowball effect in that one. One thing would go wrong, then another. Really the story of the game.
Yeah, they just committed too many mistakes at both ends. But credit their opponent for being disruptive.
Here's Griffith. Offline with his 3.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Back to Brown. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. And the Celtics lead by 9.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Swatted away. And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. Washington making some changes. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Williams. And Castle is subbed in for Clutch. Now Davis. He has yet to score. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Griffith can't get it to go.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track. And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, it's not difficult to figure out why they built this league. They have been dominant in the paint.
There's 18 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Pass to McCoy. And it's sent back by White. Wolf passes to Jones. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Davis. The Celtics have shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game. That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second. 5 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Castle. And he hits the buzzer beater.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
Yeah, really a perfect way to finish that quarter on a strong, positive note.
And so it's Boston with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. Their defense has been active and effective. And we'll be right back after this. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Boston.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
And also, guys, they're out-muscling their opponent. The points in the paint are piling up because of that aggressiveness.
On the court right now for the Celtics, they've got Jones. He's out there with the bodyguard, and it's White in at the 2. And the basket by Castle.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
White the pass to Jones. Outside White. And he lobs it up toward the rim. George with the steal. Here's McCoy. Defended by Jones. Pass to McCoy. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Now here's Jones. He picked up 27 points in their last win against Orlando.
Yeah, and the effort on the boards last game gave them that many more chances.
Here's George. 6-point game.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Bangs home the trifecta.
Mano y mano. This is where it can get a little personal.
Well, and as a fan of the game, you have to love these back and forth moments.
Out of the rafters, he punched it in.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, and he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Pass to White. Here's the bodyguard. Pritchard passes to the bodyguard. High, arcing shot. 4 on the shot clock. Here's White. Anthony Davis with the rebound.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Whitmore finds Davis. On the wing, George. Back to Davis. No good there off the double clutch.
Just strong work defensively there in the low post. You got to be tough down in the paint.
Yeah, that's an outstanding defensive stand in close.
Pass to White. To the middle. Here's the bodyguard. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. The bodyguard's got his second bucket.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And Davis now top of the key. Davis doing his thing inside.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. He's checked in for the Wizards. Jay comes in for Cam Whitmore. Tatum, he's checked in for Boston. Doc comes in for Pritchard. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already.
Well, that's what the defense has to do. Make that shot as uncomfortable for him as possible.
Stan, I've always admired you. Come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, I loved being around the game. And so 2 things happened that drove me into coaching. Number 1, I loved baseball and I couldn't hit one. So that was out. And I wasn't a good enough basketball player to go on that way. So if I wanted to stay involved in the game, that's when I knew I wanted to be a coach.
But your dad had a little bit of that in his background. I say in a little kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? He was a guy that led the way in your interest there.
Yeah, my dad coached for over 40 years, and I think he had a great passion for it and always used to tell us that he never actually felt like he worked a day in his life. He loved it so much.
Following in his footsteps, terrific story.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
Outside, Jones takes it off the glass. Jones has got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, it doesn't get any easier than this. They'll take these shots every time.
Davis sets a screen. Driving in, and the shot goes in. And it's 8 points for Goose.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Here's the bodyguard. He's guarded by Davis. Outside, Jones. Ball stolen. Here's Castle. 6 points for him. Pass to McCoy. 6 on the shot clock. Puts it up from 12. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Celtics leading by 3. Tatum passes to Wolf. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
Austin shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here. Clutch, he's checked in for Washington.
Wolf at the line for one.
And it's Brian Keefe calling timeout here. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Doc with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Well, now the question is, how do you scheme this guy? Try to take the ball out of his hands? Bring a second defender? I'm curious to see what they do.
Well, let's take a look at last year's top scorers. Take a look at Doc, among the league leaders, 4th in scoring.
And looking back, his points per game really underscored the fact that he never took a game off. I mean, one special performance after another all season long.
And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Wizard. 6-point game. Drives to the hoop. Pass to Carey. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Personal foul, first team.
Yeah, easy call.
The Wizards shooting their first free throws of the game. And the first one at the line is good. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Boston leading by 5. Here's Wolf. Good. Tatum picking up the assist. Tatum's got 3 assists now in this one.
And that passing ability really helps separate Tatum from so many others because the defense has to focus on his ability to score.
Pass to Clutch. Here's Carey. 5 to shoot. Davis sets a screen. Here's Lyons. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
Always going up for the alley-oop here. Here's Carey. Pass to Castle. Over to the left wing. High post shot. Griffith can't get it to go. For Boston, they've gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. Yes, that goes in.
Nice pass inside, making things easy for him.
Washington trails by 8. Here's Clutch. A 24-point outing in their last game against Cleveland.
Yeah, and you can't overlook the 4 steals he added. Those were some major momentum swings.
Here's a look at some stats for Jay. Coming off a terrific season, he put up about 22 points a game last season, 4 assists and 3 rebounds. And with his skill set on the offensive end, he is such a threat on the floor.
Yeah, he's the kind of guy that makes life easier for his teammates. He demands so much defensive attention.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Williams comes in for Anthony Davis. And it's Goose in for Castle. Ward, he's checked in for Boston. The bodyguard comes in for Jones. Brown. The rebound by Carey.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Nobody near Williams. No good on the triple. Celtics leading by 8. Pass to Ward. Rebound by the Wizards. Williams has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's McCoy. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. You know, a trend that's been unmistakable, Greg, over the last few decades has been the number of positionless players.
Yeah, and I think that's a great thing, right? So many players now with diversity in their skill set, and there's no need to commit a player to a certain role just based on their size.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Pass to Wolf. Down low, here's the bodyguard. Rebound, Washington.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
They set the pick. Over in the corner, Williams. It's good from long range. Williams has got 11 points.
game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Goes back up. He takes it up and lays it in. And now just a 1-point Boston lead.
Really another fantastic offensive. Rebound and put back. This is the second game in a row where he has just been ball dominant.
Well, yeah, you can see how much energy he's playing with. He's on a roll, and he's not about to let it in.
And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatic.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness.
Well, this is the kind of pressure Tatum puts on defenses. He forces them to compromise with the foul.
And that one falls for Tatum. He hits the second from the line. And he nails the third.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
Here's Clutch. He's covered by Brown. Into the lane. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
For Washington, they have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Wizards out front as they end the second quarter on a 14-5 run. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Jason, still a close one. What do you think happened there in the first half?
Feeling all right. We got to do a much better job defensively. We're not where we need to be, especially on the defensive end, so we got to pick it up second half.
Yeah, we'll see if you're more connected in the second half. Thanks. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
What a job they did from three-point land. I don't know if they can keep this up, though, Kenny.
Yeah, it's hard to hit threes at this pace for a whole game, but hey, as long as you're hot, keep taking them.
Next on the docket, power rankings. Fellas, let's see which teams are jostling for those top spots.
Checking out the Celtics, they have the best record in the league. Can you believe that? Possibly the most talented roster. Man, they really believe in themselves.
Yeah, and it's easy to believe in yourself when all you do is win. And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Doc has been sensational.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
Washington shooting 51% from the field. They'll take that. B out there with Goose. Then it's Williams. Then there's Jay, and it's Lyons in at the point. So that's who Brian Keefe starts the second half with. And it's Carey missing.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
Tatum deciding where to go with it. Pass to Wolf. And here's Brown outside. Washington with the rebound. Here's Clutch. Out to the right wing. Here's Griffith. And it's denied. Here's McCoy. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline.
That halftime break didn't seem to do them any favors. Starting off the second half with 3 straight misses.
Here we are, Stan, seeing more and more great international players in the NBA. And you've had a chance to coach some of the good ones as well.
Well, yeah, look, Kevin, you're right about the league now. We see every year, it seems like, the MVP is an international player. I had Hedo Turkoglu was a big part of what we did in Orlando.
Yes.
Was a most improved player in the league one year and a key part of our team that made it to the finals. 6'10", highly skilled, very versatile guy. There are great players coming from everywhere in the world.
Here's Carey, guarded by Tatum.
Oh, I dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. Wolf passes to Tatum. Here's Wolf. And he's going up for the alley-oop. The kick out to Brown, and that one's on target from the wing. Brown's got the game tied up here for the Celtics. Williams passes to McCoy. Williams, a screen on Tatum. Fires the 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Williams has got the lead up to 3 now for the Wizards.
Yeah, showing off that ability to stretch the floor. Seems like everyone is a threat at the arc these days.
Pass to Wolf. And the layup's good off the glass. Wolf got 20 points.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball. Inside and right to the bucket.
And we've got a timeout called by Brian Keith. He wants to talk to his guys.
And looking now at some numbers for Cool Hands. He's coming off an excellent season, and he also finished the season in the top 10 in rebounding. It's just a terrific year on the glass.
And it's a pretty terrific feat to finish top 3 in field goal percentage. Just a testament to how hard he works to become the consummate pro. Pass to McCoy. Williams, a screen on Tatum. Right at the free throw line. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Well, he hasn't had a great night shooting the ball, but they're in the lead, and that's the only thing that matters.
Here's the bodyguard. For the lead. Shoots from the block. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Wizards have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. McCoy passes to Williams. Now here's Brown. Tight defense on him. Wolf. Washington with the rebound. Williams has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Here's Clutch. He's covered by Brown. Here's Lyons. And Jay gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
On defense, the Wizards. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. Here's Ward. The teardrop falls in. And the Celtics lead by 1.
Yeah, it took just enough off of it for the floater.
Here's Clutch. He's covered by Brown. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. And Jay gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Brown feeling it out a bit. The tray. It's hauled in by Griffith.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Here's Clutch. He's covered by Brown. Lyons the pass to McCoy. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. Tatum wide open. He fires one. No good on the three.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And Stan, as he enters his prime, Jason Tatum is shooting to become the face of the NBA.
Yeah, and Kevin, he knows winning is the key. For a star player on a great team, learning that balance, when to take over and when to set up your teammates is a big part of it.
Williams with the block. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest. Going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
Anthony Davis, he's checked in for B. Jones checked in for Boston. 6 to shoot. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Davis.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Celtics have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight. And that one falls for Jones. And so Jones nails both of them. Wizards have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Here's Griffith. Back to Williams. There's Brown with the 3. Cans it from downtown. Brown's got 12 points in the game. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Celtics.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And they've also made a point to protect the rim tonight. All game long, they've been challenging or blocking shots.
Clock is at 3. McCoy passes to Davis. And a miss there on the triple. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for Boston. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Nice ball movement by Boston. Wolf. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Davis.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
For Boston, they have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line. First one falls for him. And so he hits both. Washington trails by 6. Here's Griffith. That one's off. Still out of sync.
Wow, his shooting woes continue, and it's weighing down this offense.
Ward misses. The Wizards shooting an ugly 27% since halftime. Pass to the bodyguard. Outside, Jones. Here's Wolf. A 3 ball. The shot's good. Brown making the play. 25 points for Doc.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Looking to get it going. It's deflected. Here's Ward. Discarded by Davis. Washington trailing. Here's McCoy. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Washington shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. And he knocks down the first one. And so he makes both from the line. Boston leading by 7. Pass to the bodyguard. And here is Davis. Williams kicks to Davis. Here's McCoy. Off target with his three.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
It's stolen by Jones. And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Washington making some changes. George comes in for Williams. And Castle is subbed in for Jay. Boston leading by 7. 1:52 left to play in the third. Fires from the wing. And it's White missing. Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play. And let's take a look now at the stats for Anthony Davis. How he did last season. Averaged about 11 points a game. 6 rebounds and 2 assists. But that's just part of the picture. His defensive presence goes beyond the stat sheet.
Yeah, his true impact on the defensive end cannot be measured by stats.
Doc, he's checked in for the Celtics. Pritchard comes in for Brown.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
To the paint. Inside. Jones, no luck. Washington trails by 5. Davis sets a screen. Oh, Davis absorbing the contact.
Yeah, the added muscle Davis has put on, helping him on these tough finishes. Flexing on him there.
Pass to White. Here's Wolf over McCoy. Wolf's shot's good. And that's now 27 points for Doc. 50 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's Clutch. 8 points for him. To the inside. Castle. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Davis has got 4 assists now tonight.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
Pritchard passes to White. Jones with it. Defended by George. Shot clock at 6. Fires, high post, and another basket for Boston.
Well, his offense is carrying them right now. And even with the defense keying on him, he's making great adjustments on the fly.
Here's Castle. And he drops it in from the low post. Castle's got 4 points in the quarter. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Boston on top. They're up by 3. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
Well, that is what coaches want from their point guards. Set others up, play the game the right way.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. On the court right now for the Celtics. Derek White is out there with Doc. Then it's Jones. Then it's Tatum.
Terrific job of challenging the defense there by Tatum.
Carey passes to Griffin. Here's Castle. Pass to Griffin. Looking to get back on track here. He lays it in.
and they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Wolf. Outside Tatum. Oh, Tatum finds a way.
Yeah, there's that added strength of Tatum really helping him down low.
Pass to Curry. Down low. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. Finish off the break. And it's a 7-point Boston lead.
Tremendous effort getting the steal, then getting the ball up the court.
And for a coach, you always appreciate when you're able to turn a stop into a score.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Here's Jones, and then Jones with the jam.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
George is checked in for the Wizards. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, guys. Brian Keefe talked to his team during the break. Now, he was vocal in the huddle. He told his guys, don't quit on each other. We're still in this game, guys, but I need each one of you to up your energy level. Let's make a run. Now. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Whitmore with it, working on Jones. Griffith passes to Curry. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
52. First personal foul, first team foul. At the line for Washington.
And he makes the first.
Taking 2 shots.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
Well, you have to appreciate a big man who can step up to the line and knock it down with confidence.
Over in the corner, White. Back to Tatum. And Jay gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Ward, he's checked in for the Celtics.
Coming onto the floor for Boston, number 13, Deshaun Ward.
Here's Wolf. Boston again missing. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Here's Castle. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
Castle. 1 shot.
And the Celtics with possession here. Here's Wolf. Here's Ward. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush. Perfect.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the board.
Here's Curry. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Now here's White. Wolf passes to Jones. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Second team foul.
Clearly a foul.
Shooting for Boston, Jones. Taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Boston making some changes. Bodyguards checked in for White, and it's Brown in for Doc. Both shots good from the stripe. So it's the Wizards now. They trail by 6. Here's Castle. He's covered by Brown. Pass to George. Here's Castle. Just 5 to shoot. It's tipped. And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. Washington making some changes. Williams, he's checked in for George. Goose comes in for Cam Whitmore. And it's Clutch in for Jay. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Here's a look at what's coming up for the Wizards on Saturday and then on Monday.
And for that game against Indiana, that one's going to be game number 9 of the year for them. Really starting to get towards the meat of things by then.
Now here's Brown. He's guarded closely.
Well, look, what makes Tatum special is he helps you in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and on the glass.
And Anthony Davis is checked in for B. And it's Williams with the ball for the Wizards. 9-point game. And what a play. Just snatched out of the air. Credit the block. In the corner. Tatum with it. Boston again missing. For Washington, they've gone 3 of 6 in the field so far in the 4th quarter. Williams stripped away. Outside Tatum. It's tipped. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
Derek White's checked in for Jason Tatum. Washington trails by 9. Here's Clutch to the middle. Jacks up a 3. Rebound Boston. The Bodyguards got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Jones for 3. It's good. With that basket, he's now 5 for 9.
And since halftime, he has been a different player.
It's deflected and stolen by White. Pass to the Bodyguard. Brown right side. Outside, Jones. No good from outside. Washington shooting well. They're at 45%. Here's Lyons, and plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up. And the first one drops. So for the Wizards, he's checked in for Davis, and Jay's subbed in for Castle. The Celtics also changing it up. Tatum, he's checked in for Jones, and it's Doc in for White. Outside Tatum. Pass to Wolf. Outside Tatum. Pulls up on the elbow. Rebound by the Wizards.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for him.
Here's Lyons. The kick out to Williams. There's the drive. Clock at 6. Rebounded by Ward. Ward's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's the Bodyguard. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. In the league, trying to get a bit more competition in the All-Star game. You got any ideas there?
Well, cash prizes seem to work well for the in-season tournament. Even a little something might help up the ante just a bit.
Both good from the line that time. Washington trails by 12. Here's Clutch. Master Williams. Here's Carey. And pushing it up. Here's Boston.